Welcome to Amplitude's Holiday Advertising Planning Guide. Thank you for joining us. Today, me and my colleague Jeff would like to take you through the latest Black Friday trends, the timing of how these holidays usually roll, and specifically some big changes we've noticed for 2020, the top things that you should do to get prepared for the biggest holiday e-commerce season ever. So Jeff, thank you for joining me here today.
Pleasure.
Now, as a note, not only does Jeff head up all our production here at Amplitude Digital, but he's also a key advisor and lecturer for the digital marketing department at UCLA, helping to train tomorrow's digital leaders. And that's pretty cool. So I hope the wisdom you drop today will be that good stuff you're dropping at UCLA too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, one of our first classes is coming up and we'll actually be going over this same presentation with them.
Very cool. Well, let's jump into this. So, right now it's kind of the tale of two cities, one where people in America are in extreme financial distress. And then there's another zone where it's people that it's business as usual and maybe even extra spending power is happening. And a lot of this is moving online. So we are seeing what we expect to be a healthy increase in e-commerce sales. But Jeff, do you have any thoughts on this, like how this might be changed from previous years?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the thing to remember here is that, if you really think about it, we've seen a lot already what's a lot to come here. It wasn't in necessarily like a nice way, right? So it was early on when the pandemic first kicked in, a lot of people switched over to online buying for everything from, running to Amazon through groceries, what have you. They just kind of pushed it and that pushed everything forward in a grand way. E-commerce is officially bigger than it ever has been. And everybody thought e-commerce was giant before, but in reality, it was actually only about 12% of retail. Expect that to just be completely blown away for the holidays this year, thanks to this pandemic. And what you're going to see happen then is that same kind of strain that happened. But I think a few people have really learned their lesson at this thing, or maybe a lot of people have learned this lesson. And so you're going to see them start to shop a lot earlier. A lot earlier.
Yeah, let's talk about that next, because this next slide will maybe blow some minds in terms of how things are changing. This is last year, according to Salesforce. And just like you're talking about, last year was really all about Cyber Week, the pre-sales, middle post-sales. It was trying to squeeze as many deals and as much spending into that zone as possible. And everything else is just cleanup after that. But it seems, and like we said here, half of the season sales took place by December 3rd. So it's tight and compact. But early bird gets the worm. Let's take a look at what's potentially happening for this year, when we have companies like Macy's saying after Halloween, their holiday deals are starting and not letting up straight on right through the holidays. People might have the same amount to spend, but they're going to be spending it earlier. They're going to be seeing deals earlier. They're going to be tempted to buy earlier, and their money's going to dry up. So this definitely speaks to what you were talking about.
Oh, absolutely. I believe it or not, I actually think Halloween might actually be conservative, believe it or not. I think people have gotten burned already on waiting for things to arrive at their house, especially for non-essential items. And that's going to still happen, right? We're still in this, right? Things may be opening in certain states and what have you, right? But the problems we had with shipping and everything haven't completely resolved themselves. It's going to be a massive strain on this system. Even if people are ordering from their classic retail locations like your Walmarts or your Macy's, in this case, whatever, they're still not going to be going to the store. They're going to be doing curbside pickup at the very least, but most likely they're going to once again be having everything shipped directly to their house because they just don't want to tempt it this time. I honestly, I would, and we are already recommending that our clients jump on things way earlier. They start testing things, putting the toe in the water, even as early October, just to kind of see what they can do about it and seeing if they get any bites. But by the time you get to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Week, or whatever this time, it might actually be too late. Those people might actually have already bought everything they're going to buy this time. Maybe you'll pick up some people that are the hardcore, we really, really want a deal kind of stuff. But they may not see their product until after Christmas.
It's really fascinating, this shift that's happening. Before we get into final recommendations, which is kind of the heart of what we maybe want to talk about here, this is the last thing I just wanted to speak about, is where there are some bright spots. And to your point, we see bright spots in grocery, we see bright spots in kind of home renovation, home decor. Etsy's kind of about interesting home decor. So this is sort of more necessities and essentials. The spending is happening there, but the switch is now coming into gifting. I think there's bright spots in spending, and we will get there now where we're going to see this stuff happening early and often, and the spending power will be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess the bright spot is that people are going to be spending money. I mean, you really can't turn off good old fashioned holiday greed, I guess, no matter what's going on in the world, right? And I think if anything, we're going to see a lot of retail therapy come out in Q4 here,
Yes.
and so I don't really see people pulling back very hard as far as what they spend. They've either saved it up, maybe even they saved everything that they had from even if they were out of work during this time. Maybe they kind of like were smart and scraped everything together to it, but look for some serious spending coming out of this one. As you said at the beginning of this, it may very well be like the best holiday season we've ever seen, because either they're doing it because it feels good to buy or it feels good to give, but they're definitely going to see some spikes that we've never seen before.
It's so true. As the holidays come on, this nest feathering, that such a strong instinct to have. So let's talk about how to be prepared, because the knowing it's coming is one thing, but being prepared is another. We kind of boiled this down into sort of a Jeopardy style 4 zones. And maybe if I could just kind of hit you with each of these areas, Jeff, where would people need to be thinking right now to make sure they're really prepared? Beginning with targeting.
So, if you've been doing things right this whole time, you've already got your targets in place, right? So you've basically segmented your audiences into your best buyers. You can actually go back and hit people that have made purchases all year long, so you know who these people are. Now's the time to hit those people up with like, hey, now's the time to come back and buy something else. Now's the time to hit them with that great gift message. Change things up, do what you need to do here. But you've probably got a bunch of interested people that are already on the hook. That you can get to it. Same thing goes if you're doing search marketing or if you're doing audiences on YouTube or on Facebook or any of your platforms, this kind of stuff. You know where your audiences are if you've been doing this whole time. Now's the time to, times 10 for these types of things and really expand things out. But one of the things you may not have tried before is basically exploring the lookalike audiences. These audiences hopefully has been building up. Platforms like Facebook and Google and even Google Analytics may have actually been silently building those for you in the background. So check with your tech team to see if that's been building back there, and then port those things over. Use them the best you can, so you can actually basically figure out and make sure you segment it. It's not just about like everybody that comes to your website. Usually you can segment it into people that are like, this is a lookalike of the buying audience, and that's the really important thing to go after. And then don't be afraid to start, expanding out a little bit. We've got so many, clients and people that we've been talking to throughout the year as far as, prospects go, that are really timid and they kind of stick to the whole search and social thing because, hey, it's the biggest audience. We know it. We know it's a platform. These things are smartest. They're big for a reason. But there's a whole nother world out there that people don't touch enough, in my opinion. Get into programmatic. Programmatic, my goodness, the opportunity in programmatic is mind-blowing, right? Because it's not just old banners anymore, although there's plenty of those too. They can do video. They can do streaming audio. They can do streaming video, or what they call OTT. I mean, these guys can get you on every OTT platform you've seen, your Hulus, your Sony networks, all these kind of stuff there. You can get in front of everything just like you're doing a TV buy, but the targeting is way better than anything you've ever experienced on from that level. And you can usually get it at a much better price. Do all the things. Don't be afraid. This is not the time to be timid and just kind of stick to what you know. Now's the time to test and get out of your comfort zone.
That's really cool. I guess that then brings us to offers as well. As in terms of what you're dangling in front of your audience, would this be like your second or third best offer of the year, fourth best offer of the year, or is it time to pull out the stops for your audience?
To me, I'd say pull out the stops, but I'd actually do it as more of a maybe a slightly different way of approaching it, right? And then again, this is based on the idea that there's going to be major issues when it comes to shipping. There's going to be a lot of early buyers. I'd be testing your classic best offers that you've probably tested before in this one way early in the season. Get those people to make those purchases way early. Those are the times when you're still giving away free shipping to people. Those are the ones where maybe you've got another discount bundle, your bundles, whatever it is you want to do. Do it early, get it out there so you get those people done and out of the way. And then I'd actually start pulling things back as you get closer to the holiday seasons, right? So this idea of like rewarding your last minute shoppers, I don't think that's going to play this year. Those people are going to be your toughest customers because they're going to want it yesterday. They're probably going to be paying for like extra shipping. There are a bunch of other things as well. So, try and encourage people to get that stuff done early.
So tell me then, as far as a testing standpoint now, what do we need to know?
During this time of year, you're spending more money. More money means more impressions. More impressions means more eyeballs. Right. So now's your chance to actually do more testing than you've ever done before. I'm not just talking your standard A/B test. I'm talking your A, B, C, D, all the way down to Z test.
Mm-hmm.
Get those different messages test all the different images you can. Most of these platforms, your Facebook, your Google, even a lot of programmatic sets have got different forms of dynamic ads that can be generated if you just give them a couple pieces of the puzzle, and the artificial intelligence will take it and run with them from there. Now's the time to test these things. Because the data will just be super rich and you'll get tons done.
Oh, I love it. Lastly, what are some of the technical things that can really mess people up around this time of year? There's such a surge of traffic that can come and things can kind of operate a little unexpectedly, particularly in a strange year like this. Where are the things that you kind of need to be in advance thinking about to make sure you don't run into trouble?
So like first and foremost, and it's the first bullet on here for a reason on here, check your site speed. I'm not kidding. Like people hate a slow website. They've done study after study after study that basically having a slow website just sucks down your conversion rate like nothing else you can do. Ahead of the game, make sure that you're actually getting your website to load as quickly as possible. I'm not kidding. I guess truth is enough. Like site speed is such a mind killer when it comes to your possibility. Get that thing fixed. We've seen websites to where, they were getting a fantastic ROAS for months and months and months, and then something goofed up and they actually slowed that website and their conversion rate and everything about them took a dive. People think it doesn't matter, but it can make a major difference in there. The other thing on there is check out mobile, right? People are shopping on mobile devices more and more than ever. Even during the shutdown, mobile was doing well, although you got to make sure all the platforms are doing well. But, now's not the time to skimp on your mobile website. Make sure that thing works. Make sure the checkout is easy. Make sure you don't have weird little buttons. Make sure everything's secure. I mean, all the things that you probably should be doing over here. Now's the time to do one last test. You can go through it. We're offering this for all of our clients right now, but also the time to actually do more. Make sure you put the effort on there. Make sure your mobile's tight and make sure it loads quickly.
These are all great ideas. So there's a ton of stuff we could cover. We could definitely delve a lot into these subjects. But if anybody is interested in any aspect of what we're talking about today, whether the original source data or any of these particular recommendations we're making, we're happy to discuss them with you. Please get in touch with any questions you have. And if you'd like to talk about your own custom growth proposal for your brand, just let us know. Thanks again, Jeff, for your time today.
Happy to help.
And join us anytime on amplitudeagency.com. Have a great day and have a great season.
Good luck, everybody.